Good morning, everybody. This is Sweat, and welcome to what I hope is the first Homefront gameplay that you guys have come across. And I guess we'll jump right into it. I had planned, and I've been playing since about 1 o'clock this morning. It took me about an hour to get everything set up, and I had about 6 live comms set up, and I don't know, it just didn't work. The audio is not really compatible. So right off the bat, you see the spawns. Um, I know there's been talk about parachuting in and whatnot, and you actually no, you spawn on the ground each time. But what you will notice is as you get that bird's eye view, you'll see where the enemy is around you and in relation to the map. So by this time, Brick Thrower and I have got quite a bit of game time in. He's doing a lot better than I am to this point, and you can see by the ranking. There, but again, you have customizable classes, so you can customize your classes as far as perks, attachments to your weapon, different weapons you use. It's not just default classes. Now you start off with default classes, and it goes by ranking up. The same way you get battle points instead of XP. I'm going to make a lot of Call of Duty references as far as ranking up and everything goes, guys. But um, don't compare this to Call of Duty. It's not Call of Duty. You're not going to get a Call of Duty shooter from this. It's Medal of Honor, it's Battlefield, but I don't think it compares to Call of Duty really at all. Again, um, man, where to start? What I found successful so far, the most successful, and real quick, we're gonna watch the spawn here. That's the sort of kill cam. But you pick your class and you see the spawn right here. You kind of see where everyone else is in the map. Um, I'm gonna start clockwise. The air support that you see there, there's drones and they mark you, and you become a red diamond, similar to if you were in a chopper gunner, and you see a red diamond on the ground in Call of Duty. And what that does is it marks you for the rest of your teammates. Um, Again, it marks you for the rest of your teammates, but allows you to know that you've been marked, and it'll show in the top left-hand corner of the screen. Um, the maps, and I'm sorry I'm going to trail off and give you a bunch of different points and not quite stay focused because everything. The maps are enormous. They really are. And you get 3 different game types to start off with. You get a domination-based game with 36 players, a team deathmatch-based game with 24 players, and a skirmish, which is kind of like a mosh pit. It goes between the two, and you do those with 12 players. So we've played nothing but team deathmatch so far. We just picked right in the middle. And with 2 of us, it probably would be better if we did skirmish, because you'll see at the end of this game, we didn't lose because of lack of effort on our part. Um, and this is one of our better games. At least it's one of my better games. And it may not look it in the beginning. Um, this is me. The maps are so large that you spend a lot of time sprinting, but you can get around the enemy and flank them from all different sides. So moving on, I'm going to move to the bottom right hand corner of the map, and what you see is your D-pad and what it activates. In this particular setup, uh, we've been running into a lot of enemy vehicles, and the RPG is awesome at taking out things. A point blank range. You even have it even excuse me. It's early in the morning. Sorry. It even has really good range. The problem I found is it almost seems like it doesn't kill people. And Brickdoor was pointing that out earlier. It's not effective really on ground forces, and I have no idea what that was. And one thing I want to point out is you see here I struggle with hit markers, and I thought my sights were directly on that guy's head, not getting anything. And I peek out over on the right side of the vehicle, and you're gonna see I just get hosed between these cars, and really that's one of the only instances I was really upset at that point. I do remember that we had just played this map, um, but this is dedicated servers, guys. You can play on red bar, you can play on yellow bar. You won't find that much of an issue. You really won't. I mean, it's great as far as hit detection goes. I found. Um, there's no huge lag, there's no moonwalking, there's no commando knifing, anything like that. So as far as the servers go, I think everyone will be really pleased with that. But anyway, let me continue. I'm sorry, like I said, I'm sorry I tail off on so many subjects. Um, two of the things I found most useful is take a look at the bottom right hand corner of the screen right here. But the top part, if you hit up on your D-pad, here it's a personal UAV, and I'm going to show you how important that is in a little bit when I start using it. But the personal UAV is very helpful because I think it's not until level 29 where you can actually use a perk similar to Ghost and disappear from personal UAV. But it is personal UAV. It's not a UAV that your whole team sees. So in order to, and I go on a complete knifing spree this whole game. It's ridiculous. Your teammates won't see the red squares on your map, so you'll have to call them out. And I'm going to get into teamwork further on in this thing, further on in the commentary. But you see, I activate the UAV there. The other, besides the personal UAV, is called the Parrot. I think it's called the Parrot, and it's what allows you to mark the enemy. You actually fly around in the drone, and you can choose which enemies to mark, and it goes as long as until somebody destroys it or until somebody kills you on the ground. When using air support, when using missiles, drones, all that kind of stuff, guys, it's really important that you hide well. Don't stand out in the open. And again, this is air support. Those little reconnaissance helicopters can be deadly if nobody takes the time to turn them to shoot them down. And you can see here's the spawns I was talking about. I was able to see that there's this guy right in front of me because of that aerial view. So the spawns do seem team oriented. You don't really seem to spawn by yourself in any way, shape, or form. You always seem to spawn by the majority of your team. And I don't know if it's because the game is just coming out, or this is just how it's going to play out. But it always seems like everyone's so bunched together. And here's a prime example here. I've got my personal UAV, and I see them all on top of this White Castle. And you really got to pay attention to UAV this early in the game. There are silencers and such, so you got to notice that guys are disappearing on the map because what you're about to see here. I just go on a little tear here, and it's not pretty at all. I mean, I miss a couple times, and yeah, clean out this whole building top, and nobody even notices. And which is another point, brings me to another point I really need to discuss. There's no tactical button layout in this game, and it's really unfortunate. I find myself flailing in the air, trying to knife or trying to drop shot and knifing, and it gets me in trouble. To be honest with you, it's gotten me killed on more than one occasion. So it's something that you really need to be aware of, guys. And some of you, I know that I've been playing and I've been using tactical button layout since Modern Warfare 2, or I'm sorry, since Call of Duty 4. So it's a real struggle for me at this point in time. But again, it's something that really you guys have to get used to. It's the same exact button layout as the default in Call of Duty, but there's no tactical button layout. Okay. The perks I haven't quite figured out yet. The one perk I am using now is it's kind of like grenade times 3 on Call of Duty 4, except I have 4 grenades. And the EMP, right now I'm equipped with EMP grenades. And the reason I'm doing so well knifing guys is because I've got it in my head before I get to them that I'm going to knife those guys. This isn't reaction knifing in any way, shape, or form. And I didn't think this guy was looking at me at all. And I completely blew that. All right, but the EMP grenades are very useful. Right when you start off the game, you'll notice a lot of Humvees and armored cars and these little drones with machine guns on them. And they're cute little things until they start shooting at you, and then they're a pain in the ass. The drones you can destroy with automatic weapons fire. The others, they need RPG shots or several RPG shots. The drones can also be destroyed with one RPG shot. But the EMP grenades, what Brickthrower and I figured out was the EMP grenades actually immobilize the vehicle for a short period of time, allowing you to get those grenades in or the RPGs in or whatnot, and destroy them that way. So that's the equipment that you're using. We have found that you run out of ammo really quickly. I get some kind of high kill streaks because of the fact that I do a lot of knifing. So it's not like I run out of ammo, particularly in this instance. But man, this game is coming to an end really quickly. Some of the other things I wanted to point out: we haven't had any like big time Apaches or anything like that. But the few times we had, it takes several proximity rockets, like 4, 5, 6 proximity rockets. So you really need 2 or 3 guys playing together as a team and really focusing on anti-aircraft support and anti-ground support, guys. Those proximity rockets, if you get a couple guys firing at them, you can take air support out. If you leave air support up there, it stays up until you destroy it. So it's important to get to it as quickly as possible. So again, the proximity rockets are the best bet that we found, to this point. Game's coming to an end really quickly. I will say this: you got to find a team to play this game. It's really frustrating, and you'll see the scores at the very end. There's no communication. There's no mics. It's a huge battlefield. And if you're not calling out, just like I said, there's no UAV for everybody. So if you're not giving call outs, your teammates aren't gonna be able to see it. So look forward to hopefully some live comms later if we get that figured out, and definitely some more commentary if not. Hope you guys enjoyed this review. Let me know what you want to see, and you see there we just lost by 1 point, and you get a look at Brick Thrower and I's score. It wasn't for lack of effort. Y'all have a great morning, guys. I hope you enjoy this. Please subscribe, and thank you for watching.